Oh, she gets me going. Woo! I'm going. Welcome, everybody. Mhm. It's mayhem time. Are you ready?
Hang on, let
Wait,
me get my towel.
get your towel. You didn't have your towel? What kind of an Adams fan are
You
you?
never go anywhere without your
Never
towel.
without your towel. Without your towel. So, welcome to High Inquisitor and Jerry, APT,
Hi.
Nikki, Charlie, and
Hey.
Kim.
Oh,
Hey. Oh, he's got the deep voice on. Hey, thanks.
yeah.
No, no. Gosh, are you? Mm,
What?
gosh, you're gonna, you're gonna keep that voice on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk like Charlie. Anyway, well, welcome everyone in the chat. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Mute Donkey. Nice to see you again. I saw you over in another chat earlier today. Oh, always you're in the chat over there. Yeah, Autistic Shill, April. Paula, Dan, thanks for showing up. Hey, Jared, nice to see you. The other Jared, the sexier one. Like, not that you're not sexy,
Wait a
Jared.
minute.
God, she's. I love to. I do
It's okay. It's
AITA
a
with her.
perspective issue. You have to understand.
Yeah, she's freaking hot as hell. Like when we get together on AITA, it's hot. I'm sorry, she's sexy, but hey, you're welcome to come back and do another one, Jared. Compete.
It's okay, Jared. I think you're hot.
He is hot.
Well,
He's
at
very
least
hot.
someone appreciates what I
I
have.
I do appreciate you're married. You're like all married up, dude. Like I appreciate you from a distance, and you make me stutter. Like now, like I'm stuttering. Like stop. Like, but hey, Lola, see, it gets me all like I can't. I can't. Yes, I'm partially naked. It's I got the air conditioner on. Autistic. It would be dangerous. Like it would be dangerous. So not totally tonight. And no one else is naked anyway, so I would have been looking like weird. Well, Kim's naked. Nope, Kim's not naked either. Nobody's naked.
I'm
But just
You want me
definitely
to
a
get up my
storm.
naked
It's
icon for
storming
you?
like crazy.
is it hot
And it's
where you
like a
are?
strobe. It's like a strobe light outside with the lightning right now.
Oh, is it? Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
That could
Oh,
be
cool. Go
fun.
out, put your phone up, and let us watch it.
That's kind of cool. Actually. I absolutely love thunderstorms like that. I like everything but wind. Like I don't like wind.
Yeah, I don't
Or the
like the
rain.
storms here in the Midwest because it's tornado kind of shit all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
that's
you know
scary.
that there is a place in South America that has a thunderstorm? I mean, almost every single night that lasts for 6 hours. Lightning, thunder, the whole bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Every
Supposed
day?
to be freaking
It,
amazing.
I,
Every night, thunder and
And
lightning.
I
very,
think
very
it's down in
frightening?
I think it's down in Patagonia, just off of the Andes.
Patagonia
I think
means
you're right.
Bigfoot.
It's supposed to be really cool to be able to just get into a hut and watch it because, you don't want to be standing out because it's a lightning storm. So,
Nature is fascinating when you actually take a moment to just sit back and watch.
Mm, man. Oh, April, I'm sorry your air conditioner just went out. Oh, yes. You're going to just get naked. Put the fan on. That's the best thing you can do.
or you can just get hotter with someone.
What? Yeah, make it. Well, if you're gonna sweat, what is that saying? If you're gonna sweat, make it worth it. Exactly. I agree with you, quiz, but we can't really do that live on YouTube. So, hey, Jujubee.
Why am I here again?
I don't know because you.
Because I think you got banned from the other site quiz for being a little too forward with it. And when you
I
get
know
kicked off
that.
of a site like that, that is an accomplishment, which
Wait, you
I
got
think I'm one of the
congratulations.
only people who's ever been kicked out of gay Pornhub, but I mean, it's
you
still
got kicked. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I
Wow.
knew I was missing something. You actually did get kicked out of gay Pornhub. That's true. No, that's not true. That can't be
yeah.
true.
We did a live broadcast where I was getting spit roasted by a whole football
I.
team, live, of course.
Uh. Uh. I asked, right? I did, yeah.
Yes.
It's my fault.
Yes,
I did. I
Claire.
asked. Yeah, I did.
You
I
went
asked.
there.
I
Truth
know.
or dare is really tough with him.
It is. It's like I always lose. I should know better. I talk to him in Discord all the time. I should really know better. But okay, I don't even want to know what spit roasted is because I already learned
you don't.
enough this
You don't,
week. I already learned. No, I already learned about
Spinning on a
snowballing
pole
this week.
while on fire.
Claire, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, because like
Well, we can talk about it now. I don't mind.
Well,
No.
well, wait. Hang on.
wait,
I just got
No,
one question.
Claire won't be able to talk after that.
Claire, are you familiar with the Eiffel Tower?
yes.
Make it a field goal post instead.
No. Enough said. Thank you, Jared, my educator. Okay. For putting it in perspective for me. Then I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
mental image.
but-
I will never get out of my brain now.
It's like, okay. Oh, God. Well, what do you guys want to talk about first? Shall we just play Russian roulette and just pull something up?
Yeah. Just pull something out of that.
Oh, wait, I got something for you, actually. I really do. You guys are going to love this. Are you guys ready in the chat? I've got a visual for you, and no screaming, okay? No screaming. There's no screaming in Mayhem.
Wow.
There's no crying, and there's screaming. There's no crying. Well, there's no crying in Mayhem, okay, just like baseball. There's no crying. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, that's not going to work because you guys are
Oh
over
shit!
it.
Wrong picture. You didn't see that.
Yes, you did see it. Look at that thing. Is that thing? Can you guys see that?
I didn't know you were allowed to show the court case of Lauren Bobbitt.
It is. I just want to know who's this missing. How did that happen? Somebody. That's a great story that somebody has to write and tell me about. Like that. How did that happen? Seriously, it's just not big enough. I mean, the picture.
No.
I always say that.
Well, the other two.
Well, we don't really know how big it is because why?
Well,
Why
look
when
at
I'm
the
making the
surrounding
bigger?
areas. Look at the surrounding areas. There's like little bitty twigs and stuff. It can't
The
be
scale-
that large.
4 inches at most, maybe 5.
Yeah, but we
Scale
don't know
things
how
you
much
see?
of it got cut off. I mean, it doesn't have the rest of it with it, so we don't know. Like
But how is it still moving?
big. Well, we
It's got
always
a
knew
mind
they
of its own.
because we always knew they had a mind of their own. It just proves it right there. I proved it.
No. It's the same way a chicken does when you cut its head off.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I know. It's just the tip, right? Mute. I know.
it is.
Mute. Do you want me to call you Mute or do you want me to call you Donkey? Like I don't know. Like I'll just call you Mute. Donkey? No, that is ridiculous. Like oh my God. Hey Shay, just in time. We're just trying to figure. I just can't. I just
could make it, Shay. Can you help us name this thing on screen?
Yeah, we're
This is
trying
the
to
new
figure
Black
out.
Dragon.
You know what? I'll bet you Shay is such an amazing researcher. I'll bet you she can come up with exactly the animal that is, because we know it's
like a
not
little
really somebody's. Cut off.
It's like a little caterpillar.
What's it called? The dick caterpillar or the head
No.
caterpillar? Look at the head of that thing. Come on, just the tip caterpillar. What is that? Come on, that can't be. What is it?
No. I think what we should start calling it is.
It's a penis seed. It's a double-ended dog. Mippet said, "Hey, Aaron, Mippet, thank you both." Christola just signed up as a thank you for joining as a member for Murder Minions. Would you help us name the penis worm, please?
Penis. God, my search history is gonna hate me.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm
No, it's
thinking.
not.
I'm looking
No,
it
it's
up
not.
right now.
It's a Peter Pillar. That's very good, Juju B. That's very good. That's the top one so far. Okay, top name. I got to put this in private chat. Top name so far, Peter Pillar. I'm not taking this off the screen until you people name it. You're gonna be We
You're
have to
gonna make
name.
us suffer all night.
All
long
right,
with that
fine.
thing.
Let's see.
I've got the name for it. It's lunch.
Oh! Okay, it's Quiz's Lunch. Okay, the second name is Quiz's Lunch, and we can vote on this later. I'm putting them in here now, and then I'll put them up for vote. And when we're done, hey, Mrs. Cassandra. Oh, it's a Dickapede. Hey, Jared J. That's pretty good. It's a Dickapede.
Why not? Hey, let's just name it after where it came from. John Wayne.
What?
Centipede?
John
Oh
Wayne
my
Bobbitt.
John Wayne Bobbitt. Oh, John Wayne. Okay, we'll
The
call it the
Bobbitt.
John. We'll see if anybody wants to call it the John
Bobbitt
Wayne.
Peeler.
No, we'll just
Oh
call it
my
the
God.
Bobbitt.
Just the Bobbitt?
The Bobbitt
Okay.
Peeler.
It's just the Bobbitt.
The Bobbitt. Oh my God. God. Wiggly. That's pretty good, Mrs. Cassandra, but it's like just the tip. This. And Kim is very disappointed at the size. She's not very impressed here. I don't know. All right, let me put up the poll. Once they name it.
It has
Hmm.
teeth.
What? How many of these can you put up? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I've never tried to see how much could fit in there.
Jared. It sounds like a good game. Maybe we should play.
Oh, mocking media. I like that one. My pet home wrecker.
Welcome.
Good one,
What a way
Mocking.
to
Good
what a
one.
way to enter the room. Love you. Absolutely. Yep. Love it. Okay. Wait, we got Peter Pillar. We got Quiz's Lunch. Okay. I wonder if I'm going to be able to fit these all in here.
Okay, I think I
Phrasing.
found out what it actually is.
Oh, wait. Let me name it first before we do that. Let's get the name.
Let's
Before we come down from this giggly fest that I'm having with myself, because it's been a rough week. I mean, this is actually quite entertaining to me. What was it? The Bobbit? Is that Bobbit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then we had. Okay, it won't let me put Dickapede in here. Wait a minute.
Aww.
What's wrong?
All right,
with
so
that?
it's. Oh, I don't know. I like Dickapede, but it didn't let me put it in. All right, guys, vote, and we'll name this Wiggly. I couldn't believe it when I saw these today, and somebody actually thought I would get a kick out of it and sent it to me, and they were absolutely right. It was the first time I'd laughed in days. That and the other thing I'm going to show you later. You're not going to believe it, people. People get obsessed with the strangest thing. I thought a millipede. Charlie, that's a good one. Millipenis, the cockworm.
I think
redundant.
that's something else.
Bobbitpede is very good, Shay. My pet tooth chipper. I thought it was your pet home wrecker. That's what I wrote. Wait, which one?
Here's the thing. If it's chipping teeth, you might want to see a doctor.
Exactly.
Or a dictor.
I mean, that's too hard.
Or a dentist, because, if you got that loose of teeth, you're probably in trouble.
Listen, it's either too hard or there's something going on.
Pictures.
Did you find the name of it?
I'm going to send you. I think I may have.
Priya Pulit. Oh wait, I think this sounds like it. Priya Pulit. Mute has discovered the real name of the worm.
That's it.
But we're still going to name it. We're still going to name this damn thing. What is this?
It's a worm, and it has teeth. And
it has teeth. Oh, I don't. No way.
Yes, it says it's pretty fierce.
All right,
it can actually turn.
Squad. Your mission is somebody send me a video with this damn dick showing its teeth, because that I need to see. That
it says
that is
good.
That I need to see.
And throat inside out, exposing a jagged array of gnarly teeth, which it uses to drag its. Oh no, this one on the sea floor. That one looks like it's outside.
Oh God,
Is that underwater?
I love the beginning of this.
Mhm.
Priapulidae, sometimes referred to as penis worms.
Yes, penis worm.
Penis worms?
It
Yes.
says its
is
throat is like a cheese grater.
It is a phylum
What?
of unsegmented marine worms.
But
So
this one's segmented.
So far, Mockings is winning with my pet home wrecker.
It works.
It works.
It does
It
work.
does work. It does. Yeah. Charlie, I'm sorry it bounced you, but hanging in chat, have some fun. You know, be chill. It's cool. Mrs. Dencher. I want to see a picture of this thing if it actually has teeth. Because does it actually?
I'm trying to find a better picture.
Wait, you say it's not a Priapulid. He said Aaron's challenging our research. He's saying it doesn't have segments.
No, this one, no, the Priapulids don't have segments. And
But this one
has a
kind of
segmented body.
It does. So it can't.
This one also doesn't look like it's underwater.
No, it's not.
Okay, so all right, so it's not a Priapulid. Back to the research, people. And does that mean that this wandering dick doesn't have teeth? Is that what that means?
Well, we hope. But
I would hope.
I'm finding a lot of other penis things that look like penises for you. So
wait, but that wasn't. No, I know. Okay, just send it all into Mayhem for the next show because I was not ready to do the penis show. I've done several penis shows. Remember we did the phallic buildings around the world? That was a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of penises all over the world. A lot of buildings, famous museums. Remember the the penises of every size, of every species. There's a whole museum of it. Like I found it. Yes, and I showed it. But there we go. No, Aaron, did you find out what it is? If that's not it, I don't know. The researchers need to get on this.
I'm determined to find out what this is.
I wonder if I should take it off the screen. I mean, are you guys done?
It's rather entertaining to look at, actually. I'm finding it oddly satisfying the more I look at it.
I must be getting way too lonely because it is amusing me a little too much.
I know, it is me too.
What it reminds me of right now is that crossover episode of The Simpsons and X-Files where Scully had Homer on the treadmill for no reason other than his jiggling is rather hypnotic.
He's jiggling. Oh my god.
Okay, well, it's definitely not a Priapulid.
Nope. Listen, I ain't arguing with Aaron.
But I'm definitely going to send you a better picture of one of those.
How could there be a better picture? This has got the head. It's got the head and everything.
You know what it is?
Oh, wait till you see the real one.
It's an inchworm.
It's not.
No.
It's related to it, but
how could that be related to an inchworm? Inchworms have all those little feet.
Watch them.
What?
Watch how.
No way! A pale brown hawk moth caterpillar? Are you kidding me? Oh, pics. Send me pic and oh my gosh. And let me Google this. The pale brown hawk moth caterpillar. All right, hold on. Let's just hope the potato doesn't crash. All right.
No, that's not looking like it either. There's colorations towards the tip that are missing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not it. And it doesn't have a head like that. The head does not match at all.
Let me go back to penis worm again.
Yeah. I think penis worm would be. Hey, Kirsten, how are you, Kirsten? We're just trying to identify this wiggly little penis on the screen, and figure out what it is. It's besides being Mocking's home
it's
record.
the one that got away.
It's the one. Yes, but it's moving slow enough, Quiz, that I might be able to catch it. Now I might have hope catching that one. Just like, of course.
I did also find a penis fish.
A penis fish. Okay,
Yeah.
another show. Okay, I could see this gonna be a whole show. Can you guys see that, like, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing the penis show. We're going to be doing penis fish and penis worms and every kind of animal that looks like a penis. It's a groovy grub worm. This is it, Facty. Thank you. It is pretty groovy looking. It got grooves. And we did decide that now we do know that you guys do have two heads because that one's moving on its own. Okay. Off the body, which proves y'all do have two heads. And sometimes you think with that one and sometimes you think with the other one.
No,
it's obviously scientific.
No, like we said it before. If there is some creator deity, that entity is severely fucked up sense of humor, which I love, because who else would come up with the idea of giving one of their creations two heads, but only enough blood to function one at a time?
This is why I love you, Jared. Like, I absolutely fucking love you. Yeah, proven. You know what? I just might have to, I might have to change my definition of what I believe. I don't know. Who would have thought the little wiggly worm did it? Wait, I've heard stories about that. Like finding Jesus with wiggly worms and shit. But anyway, I don't think so. I don't think I'm converting back. No, not for this.
In the meantime, the receptionist up at heaven. Hey, Jesus, are you having a party? We have a lot of people RSVPing saying that they're coming.
I'm going to hell for that one. Shit, I can't wait to see my DMs tomorrow with that one, Jared. Thank you. Thank you. Like, thanks so much. All right, so we just don't know. We'll
keep searching for it.
All right, let's see. All right, I'm taking it down. All right, we're gonna stop. I mean, that's enough. That's all the wiggly, unnamed penis worm that I can take.
My little penis worm. I will miss you.
Penis worm. Will you, Kim?
Yes, I will.
Oh, God. Okay, so. Okay,
Can you tell someone's out of town?
You know what? It's been such a rough week. I mean, as cornball as it's going to get. Like, I'm ready for it because I think everybody just needed to lighten up a little bit for the week. It's been really, really. Well, Mrs. Cassandra, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to use your skills to finish on your own, love. I know you can do it. Go ahead for it, girl. Take care of business. We're not listening. Don't worry. Nobody look. Give Mrs. Cassandra her privacy. Let her just, carry on. There you go.
Hey, it's just like a lot of other guys. He finishes first. The woman suffers.
This is true. I took it off. This is true. That's why it shouldn't be done that way. Like, yeah, it's just like, there's a reason there's an order. There's definitely a reason. Well, anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about first? Well, we talked about what I wanted to talk about first. So, no, what do you want to talk about second?
Let's do a random choice of the three because,
okay,
oh boy, each one can end up in a wonderful place.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I was kind of a bit of a bitch, wasn't I? Like, with the topics. Okay, just so all right, how about we leave it up to the chat? Let's see what kind of a headache do you want to get tonight? Here were, in case anybody read the description, here were the topics that we were going to go in on Elon Musk and his Twitter escapades and his little down button and his desire to clean up social media and the bots and all of that shit. Or we were going to talk about Julian Assange and his extradition. Or Orwell, 1984, an Animal Farm, and how that relates to SCOTUS, because that just made me laugh a little bit, in a not so funny kind of way.
You know what? Let's start with that one, because there is another parallel that happened and then quietly got forgotten about and taken away in addition to that over the past few weeks.
Yes. Okay. So here we go, Jared.
Is anyone else familiar with the whole Ministry of Truth that they were trying to implement?
Oh, let's go. All right. Okay. So, all right. Well, you might have to give the chat a little bit about. Let's talk about Chili getting shot with an airsoft gun. What? Fatty? What? When did this happen? Wait a minute. All right. I need. Wait. All right. First of all, Jared's gonna have to give them a little bit of a short lesson on, Ministry of Truth, because I don't know if some of them will be following that, but I did. Well.
Well. Okay,
What
so
is
the reference from the book 1984 is that there is quite literally a Ministry of Truth who is the governing body that determines what information is or is not allowed.
I know what you started, but this is actually the Biden administration started this, right? Yes, this was actually the supposed to be the reasonable ones. Actually, we're going to start a Ministry of Truth. This is where we were going with this. This is the topics under there. Yep.
In addition to everything else that's been going on, that is oddly like people are trying to turn that novel, instead of a dystopian future warning, into a blueprint of what they actually want. They tweaked the name because it was going to be a congressional committee on misinformation that had the same exact purpose as the fucking Ministry of Truth in the novel.
It did. And then they want to know why everybody's talking about it. Like, what? What do you mean? Like, why wouldn't everybody be talking about it, sir? Yeah.
And then they quietly disband it while all this other shit starts to come to light too. It's almost like they're playing a shell game to keep people guessing.
You know what? I just had to. There you go. While we talk. Anyway. Orwell, did I call it or what? And the freaking Atwood's over there going, hold my beer. Because then Friday happened. But anyway. No, it is messed up. And not only that, but besides everything that happened with SCOTUS on Friday about giving the states back control, not what they did was just eliminate federal protection for abortion rights and put it back to the states to make their own legislative rules about it, knowing full well it was going to be a hot mess. But they just backed out of it and decided that there's no constitutional protection for it, even though there should be a constitutional protection for women in general. But hey, who am I? Second-class citizen here now after Friday. Like, I guess I don't get a vote on that one. But besides that, there was also the ruling about New York. You saw that case too, Jared? Like, I mean, let's just say that this week, the freaking SCOTUS and the Biden, like the whole thing, it's a fucking hot mess. Like a real damn hot mess.
There is a little case of schizophrenia going on, because you can definitely agree that the Supreme Court disagreeing with the state of New York when it came to the firearm aspect and it really solidifying the Second Amendment is one thing. It's like, hey, you're not completely incompetent, yay, but you still really fucked up over here, because access to medical procedures and medical information should be such a flippin' basic concept that
Mhm.
it shouldn't have to be pushed to the states, especially when you have states who were leveraging aspects of their own state constitution, which they think gives them some sort of leverage in these instances, which I'm at the point where, you know what, stop threatening it. If you want to leave, leave. But remember, when you leave, everything that has been propping up your state and
Mhm.
is a good
Goes with it.
70% of your state's economy goes bye-bye. Yeah, Texas, go ahead and try to run as a nation. When the U.S. military leaves your state and takes a large portion of your populace with them.
Mhm. You know, that's the thing they don't realize, and everything else that they have too. Like you, when
Well,
you leave.
not only
Well, you know
that,
what?
it's not taking
Constitutionally, they
where
can't
they
leave
showed 'em
anyway.
up.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. You know, it's. I mean, I don't understand how they're able to do it, but
there's a legal gray area.
Mhm.
Texas, in their state constitution, they have reserved the right to petition and declare for secession that would not outright inherently violate the Constitution like the way it
Mhm.
happened with South Carolina only almost 200 years ago now. So
Mhm.
there is a difference there where the way the South tried to secede before was in violation of procedure. There is a procedure out there for changes to what states are and are not in the union. Texas kind of has a backdoor way to kind of speed things along in their state side of things, but it doesn't mean the federal government has to recognize it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's where the rub and the gray area of it comes in.
Oh, that is. So at least I know now it's about, because when I was looking at it, I couldn't find that it was actually even, there was a way. Um.
No, there's a way.
So
It's
thank you.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have that little gray area
Yeah,
in
and
there.
it's already been pointed out in the chat, exactly right there.
Right.
And it's exactly that. Every other state started out as U.S. territory, then became
Exactly.
a state. But
Mhm.
Texas was its own independent nation
Right.
that broke away from Mexico, then joined the Union.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. So this
That's
is the
why.
part that, because I'm really bad with history. This is the part that I needed clarification on. So thank you. Well, that makes it clearer
But
for me.
but there's still a lot of conflicting precedent and legalese about it that it
Of
is
Mhm.
not
course.
clear cut. But if
No.
the federal government decided to say, you know what, I'm done dealing with you and your nonsense,
Mhm.
you really want to do this? Okay.
Bye.
Okay, all federal aid that goes into your infrastructure gone. All
Yeah.
federal aid that's going into the way your state government's being run gone. A massive part of your economic structure gone because, oh yeah, Fort Hood and all those other military bases
Oh
all
yeah, they're
across your
gone.
state, they're
Well,
out of there.
all of the federal prisons too.
Mhm.
I was getting to that part.
Yeah.
and then
Sorry.
and then add in, and all the businesses that are currently headquartered and or operating within your territory, well, now you have to reapply and reestablish yourself as an international
Mhm.
Yes.
organization. Have
Okay.
fun.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yep. Aaron says the problem is that when Texas re-entered the Union after the Civil War, it nullified the secession rights they had before the war. Oh.
That is the contention, whether or not that
Right.
actually did, because
That.
Texas was one of those gray border
Mhm.
states
Uh-huh.
where you had Texas citizens on both sides of that conflict.
Exactly.
Hey, mute. I'm not putting that comment on that comment up, but you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, sir.
Well, when you look at physical location of the states, I mean, you got the
It's
dangly
appropriate. It's
hang
it.
on,
Yeah.
you got the dangly penis of Florida,
Uh-huh.
then you got the asshole that is South California, and what's right in the middle? Oh yeah, the taint, Texas.
Texas.
It
It's
fits.
attitude and location. That's all I got to say. There you go. Um.
Well, and
Oh
they
gosh.
haven't even
Oh.
thought about everything that they're going to have to start up on their own. Like they've got to create their own postal service, their own, monetary
Mm-hmm.
structure, things like that. That
Mm-hmm.
it will cost trillions, up in the trillions of dollars for them to do this.
Well, yeah. Well, I just don't.
And
I
I
guess
don't think
they want to
Texas
do
has
it
that
their
kind of
way.
pocket change.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you look at the population, like some of the SCOTUS rulings and all that are going on, and the things that they say that they're against, a lot of their people are for. Okay.
Right.
So I don't understand what the big
Well,
deal is. Like
well, Claire,
they just think they could do it better.
Claire. That's the problem.
Hmm.
Is we have a government now that is so not in touch with the mass majority of Americans, and
Yeah. Hmm. No, I get that because just in doing the research that I'm doing for tomorrow's stream about the SCOTUS rulings, about the one that happened in New York, and of course about the one that um upset me about Roe and Wade, I found out that 69-70% of Americans are pro-choice.
yeah.
Even the ones that don't believe
Mhm.
in abortion and they would never have an abortion do believe in a woman's right to have the legal right to
The-
make her own decision.
The
Um,
option should stay there. Whether or
it,
not you individually would make that decision is
mhm,
irrelevant to whether or not the option should even be there.
There
mhm,
was a commentator on CNN
right.
the other day.
Mhm.
She was Catholic. She roasted the shit out of that Christian on there.
They did, and there's a
Oh
really
my
Hmm.
God.
I should play something really nice for you guys because I'm probably going to get demonetized anyway because of the worm, and I don't care. But, I never was on YouTube to make any money. I just give it away anyway. Well, so I'm sorry to whoever I was going to give it away to, but I want to play some videos tonight. First of all, I want to congratulate the winner of naming the penis worm was Mocking Media with My Pet Homewrecker coming right into the chat. First comment he makes, steals the whole damn show. Thank you. But it was really good. We could talk about your prize later. Anyway, the fundamental cause is more than Aaron's saying that the reason it's all disjointed is that 40% of Americans don't vote. And yes, that's it. That's it. Hmm. That is a big problem. It definitely is. But do you guys know a YouTuber by the name of Betty Bauer?
I am not familiar with that.
Yes. I
This
saw
is
her
like
today.
she is. She does a little bit of you know me, like I like snark, and I like really bitchy snark. Like I don't like the kind stuff. You know, when I go for snark, I like brutal. Like I like the real deal. I like just tell it the way it is. Leave them burning. Leave ashes wherever the hell they were standing. Like that's the way comedy
We
should
would
be.
have never guessed that, Claire.
What?
Hey, Claire.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got one of the clips for you can play.
No, yeah, I'm looking for the one that she just did that you already got it? Where'd you put it? In my
No.
my
I got one from. Granted, I don't like the people who the group she's part of, but she hits the fucking way out of the fucking park.
Oh no, the one I have is right on this issue here, like life is precious, the one we're talking about she hits
Are you talking about the Christian and the Catholic female going at each other?
Nope. You're gonna love this.
Is
You're
it
gonna love it.
is it the Young Turks female host that goes?
Nope, it's Mrs. Betty Bowers, the America's best. It's a comedian. Her name, she goes by the name Mrs. Betty Bowers. She's America's best Christian, and she always has something to say political about what's going on in our country. And when you see it, you'll understand. Let me just, all right, people. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't get taken down. All right, we're going to hope that the potato does this properly. The best thing for us to do, though, is to mute because that way they'll be able to hear it and it won't lag as much. Hold on, Amy.
Many nosy people ask me, Betty, as a conservative Christian, why are you so obsessed with abortion when Jesus never mentioned it? Not even once. Jesus? What conservative Christian listens to him? No, I am against a woman's right to control her own body because life is precious. Well, unless it's hers. To we conservative Christians, life is always precious without any qualification. Except for that one. Let me be honest for a second. That may not be technically accurate. All lives are precious with one. Okay, two at most. Other exceptions. Life is precious, but healthcare is negotiable. Life is precious until a senator, congressman, or Supreme Court justice's daughter gets pregnant. Life is precious, but not as precious as the guns that end them. Life is precious unless you're wearing a hoodie. Life is precious unless we send a drone as our +1 to your Arabian wedding. Life is precious unless it's ended by someone in a uniform, unless the dead person was ransacking the Capitol for Mr. Trump, and then it goes back to being precious again. Life is precious unless you forgot to be white. Life is precious unless we're in a rush to execute you. Life is precious. By ending my own families, by repeating anti-vaccine disinformation from the New England Journal of Facebook. It's freedom, y'all. Life is precious unless it's being lived in a way that doesn't conform to my rigid 1950s concept of gender. Life is precious unless I'm standing my ground over nothing in particular. Life is precious unless you have a disease I don't. Life is precious unless your terminal illness could be cured by a drug I vaguely, even wrongly associate with maybe, I don't know, aborted stem cells, whatever they are. Life is precious unless my son plows his car into a gang of anti-white supremacists. Life is precious until you ask me to wear a mask. Life is precious unless you forget to say Merry Christmas. Life is precious unless you engage in the hobby of being a homosexual. Life is precious unless it's some other person's child who is starving. Life is precious unless your tap water is brown. Life is precious unless you have a pre-existing condition. Life is precious unless it's trying to get over the border. Unless it's a northern border, then it goes back to being precious again, but still unwelcome. Life is precious unless you insist on praying to a God who isn't mine. Life is precious unless it's devoured by so-called climate change. Life is precious unless you're homeless and making things unsightly for me. Life is precious, even if we use the majority of our federal budget to buy toys to end them. Life is precious, but funds for food and medicine to keep yours are going to get filibustered. Life is precious, unless an underage white supremacist crosses state lines with an illegal assault rifle. Life is precious unless pastor gets his mistress pregnant again. Okay, so maybe there are more than one or two exceptions to conservative Christians' immutable belief that life is precious. But who's counting? Life is precious. Good luck hanging on to yours in conservative Christian America, because to us, life is precious, but only until you're born.
Jared, you okay with that last one?
Can people stop repeating fucking lies?
Oh, you mean about Rittenhouse? Okay.
Yes.
all right, I get it. But damn, she's funny, Jared. Like she nailed all the rest of it.
The rest of the hypocrisy is right, but don't weaken your own position when you're on a roll by repeating abject fucking lies.
I know, misinformation kill you every time. I get it. Well, definitely. They don't understand the law about that. They don't.
That's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's okay.
By all means, disagree with what the kid did. I wouldn't have done it. It's not. I wouldn't have made that choice. But don't lie about what fucking happened.
Exactly. And that was a whole mess because like the media really involved themselves in slanting that story too. And it's probably why there's more misinformation out there than needs to be, Jared, because that's how it got presented. And you know it. Like you saw, they clipped the clips, they did what they did, and nobody bothered to check the law from state to state anyway. Like he did.
Well, and here's the thing. The firearm was already in the state at his father's house.
There you go. Well,
see? That's why that charge was immediately dropped because, well, we have no basis to say he actually crossed state lines with it because it was already in the state. Okay. Exactly. And he was of age to have it. So, yeah, it's not illegal ownership. So there's 2 lies off the bat there for you, human. And another one, the whole thing about him instigating it, he tried running away. You even had these star witnesses for the prosecution admitting, oh yeah, we threatened him with a firearm first.
There you go. The lie part, Jared, was about taking the gun across state lines. Everybody thought that he got away with that because they dropped the charges, but they didn't look into the actual case enough to find out because of the way it was reported in the media and the way that they showed the filming and everything like that. That's the lie that he's talking about. That, you know, there was a whole bunch of hullabaloo after the charges and after the case got settled.
And here's another part, the whole white supremacist tag. What other white supremacist shoots other white people?
They were white people. I know.
Yes.
Yes. I know.
They reported them as minorities initially, but the people that he shot when he was defending himself were fucking white.
Yes.
Yeah, well, before you go any further with that, it's not uncommon for a white national or white supremacist to shoot white people who support people of color or who may happen to choose to love someone other than, a woman. So
but
let's not say that
but the narrative
white supremacists don't kill other white people. They do.
They do.
But the narrative was he is a white supremacist because he shot and killed minorities. The people that he was defending himself against were not minorities, unless you consider a convicted pedophile as a minority.
Right, but he didn't know that when he shot him, actually, but yeah.
Details.
But yeah,
okay, I know. All right. No spitting on Mayhem. Yeah, they'll be,
the two I linked in internal chat, they're good. They're fucking amazing.
I know. All right. Is this the Young Turks that are actually doing this one?
Yes, it is one of the presenters, the female one, going the fuck off on religion because that was played a part of that role in the Supreme Court justices one.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it up. All right, but okay. Oh wait, it's really short. Hold on.
Yeah, it's really short, and the other one's fairly short too.
All right. Hold on.
I'm not going to say the comment that just came to mind.
We're not going back to the worm, Jared.
No. Close. It was another follow-on joke from a different stream.
Was it? Okay. Because, those streams were pretty... Oh, got the wrong one. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's because it was a rate. Yeah. True. That is a valid point that Aaron just made, that one of the reasons they were saying that is because of the type of the protest he was at with the gun. They did. They just made so much. They just tagged so much on it.
They changed it every time that it was countered with what was actually happening.
Right.
No, I get that, and that's why the court, when the court case, when it all went through the court, and they finally did with all the evidence, and everybody.
So
was
what's
like,
this new video?
It's coming. It's about religion. We're gonna fight about that next. Here we go.
No. Hold on. It has everything to do with what happened the other day.
Okay.
Now, granted, this is from the Young Turks, which I do not care for because they are a little too far left-leaning, and there's a few other reasons. But this woman, even though I don't like her, hits it way the fuck out of the park.
All right. Well, let's see. We'll go by Nikki's recommendation on this one. We could vote later, but no spitting in chat, no spitting on the panel. Okay, I don't care. Like, you can say what you want, just don't spit. Okay.
So what
All right.
if I ran out of lube?
Jared.
I know. I never run out of lube.
You never run out of lube. The only thing you ever asked me for was a case of lube so you would come on the show. What did I do? Like, come on. Like, dude, don't worry about it. I got you covered. Jared. Don't worry. All right. Mute people. Let's go. All right. You ready? Okay.
These comments might be strong, but it's how I genuinely feel. I don't care that you're a Christian. I don't care what the Bible says. Like, I feel like it's a clown show, like sitting here trying to decipher what your little mythical book has to say about these very real political issues, right? I don't care if you're Christian. In fact, I will fight for you to have your religious liberty and practice your Christianity. I believe in that. I don't believe in Christianity, which means that you do not get to dictate the way I live my life based on your religion. I don't care what the Bible says. You have every right in the world. All those women who identify with your religion have every right in the world to not get an abortion, to not take birth control, but they do not have the right to dictate my life and what I decide to do with my body. I don't care about your goddamn religion. I'm so tired of having nonstop conversations about what the Bible says. You live your life in the way that you interpret the Bible. Again, I don't care, but you don't get to take the Bible and tell me, well, the Bible says this in this chapter, in this verse. I don't care. I don't care. I don't believe in it. And I have the right, based on our Constitution, to not believe in it.
I do have to agree with her, and I will. It can be also be simplified by saying this: your rights end where my rights begin.
Right. And we both have them. So, like, back up. Yes, SCOTUS. Like, sorry, but yeah. Wow. I mean, she's right. That's all I got to say. Like, she was spitting. She was definitely spitting. Which I am trying so hard not to do. Like, I really am, because no one's going to listen to us if we come out screaming, yelling, if I get all Jersey and I start like effing this and effing that. But I've actually done mega research all week about this. Like, we knew this was coming in May when they leaked this. And I went through a whole big thing on whether I would speak on it, whether I would cover it, what I would do, because it's, I hate getting into those fights with people when they say, "Oh, you're just a left winger. Oh, you're just a woman. You're just being emotional about it. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not a big deal." I get really ornery. And so I've been trying to wrestle with it, and I figured the best way to come out is with facts. So tomorrow we'll be streaming with, the facts about it, and try to calm down some of the misinformation. Everybody's feeling really, really destitute about it. Like, there's nothing we can do, and that it's hopeless, but it's not actually.
No, it's not.
It's not. Yeah, there's 26 states that really want to make it miserable for everybody who lives in those states, and it's going to be for a little bit. But there's good things that are happening too. Like, the major companies that are in those states, the big ones, are all offering already for the healthcare and the travel to get them out of there, to get whatever they need. And that means that they're looking at them like, well, maybe we don't want to be part of your state anymore. So
Exactly.
maybe it's going to hit them in the pocketbook, and maybe people are being reasonable about it. Maybe this is the step that needed to be taken for everybody to see how divisive this issue is and how it shouldn't be. Everybody should just be able to do what their conscience says. You cannot push upon people based on your own personal belief this way. No more than I can say that their belief is wrong. Can they say that mine is? And body autonomy is important. And we came a long way with equality for women. And to take this away just puts us back to 1930. It puts us back on the kitchen table having unsafe procedures because they're not going to stop it from being done. They're not.
They're
They're
taking
just
the
going to
safety
kill
aspect
people.
away.
Right. They're going to ruin lives. 12-year-old children. They can't stop
Exactly.
incest. They can't stop rape.
No.
Okay. So how are they going to stop abortion?
It-
How,
Can I make a suggestion to these people that just on the face of it will be offensive? So fair warning.
mm-hmm.
If you really want to push your ideology onto someone like that in that sort of manner to that level, have a child.
Right.
Indoctrinate the child. Don't
Mhm.
try to do it to another adult that
Right.
you are not
Mhm.
related to.
But how about this? If you're really so pro-choice, why are you not advocating for legislation that takes care of these children afterwards?
Exactly.
Why do we have so many starving
That's the
and
catch-22.
unwanted children in this
Right.
freaking country? If you're so pro-choice, that's pro-life, right? Why does it stop when they're born? Because you know why? Because politicians, because the unborn is a very convenient cause. It doesn't cost you anything.
Nope.
It doesn't cost a politician a dime. It doesn't cost this country a dime to fight over it at all. Because they don't cost you anything until they're born.
Here's a comparison to look at. And this is something that the comment was made that only there are 40% of eligible Americans who don't vote. For those that do, this is something you need to remember about the people you are voting for at all levels. This is the mentality, and these are the actions that have happened within just the past few months. You had a Congress that had ample opportunity to do things that would actually help their own citizens, that would help the citizens and the people of this country, and none of them passed. But then a bill is presented to send $40 trillion in aid, most of it cash, to Ukraine, and it damn near passed unanimously. It was something like a 97% in favor of vote for people in another country. But they can't do shit for us here.
Nope, completely agree with the other ex-military person on this panel.
That should be a huge fucking wake-up call to the entire country, regardless of the political affiliation that you want to adhere to. That sort of disparity about how easily they will spend your money to help someone else in another country instead of helping you first.
We have other issues to be worried about: healthcare, education. Our infrastructure sucks. We're falling behind in technology. We're a capitalist country that's industry is falling behind everywhere. Okay, so like it's not working. We do have to look at things a little bit differently. We're so busy infighting that we're not taking care of ourselves, our own country. And I hate to sound like I'm on a soapbox, but I've been thinking about this for a long time. The pandemic's been long, and I've been alone that whole time with these thoughts about how much I don't want to be here anymore. If they can't actually acknowledge that it's not so great and it needs work, it's not that I'm not a patriot. I am. But I'm a smart one that's going to be willing to say it fucking sucks here. It really, really does.
No, Claire, I agree with you. As another person who has been looking at this for a while, I would rather, if I had the opportunity to pick up and move to another country, whether it be Canada, Australia, New Zealand, any fucking country that is English speaking, obviously, because I really don't want to learn another language right now.
Yep.
That I know I would be safe in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have people I know. I know that their government isn't as fucked as ours is.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about this continuously for like the last 3 to 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I love the United States. But god damn it, the people. And I'm not even going to blame this fully on the politicians, because it's not all their fault. It's the people. And again, I'm also not going to blame the people who don't vote, but the people who do. Think before you vote. Oh,
Exactly.
because a politician agrees with your views doesn't mean he actually is the best for you. Just because the farmers and the poor people who always vote for Republican when they know they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But because they're Christian, they're going to get rid of the gays, the trans, they're going to get rid of this, they're going to get rid of that.
And
Well,
why?
guess what?
And why?
Hold on.
Why?
Let me finish this rant. Let me finish this rant. When you come down to it, what is still? Oh, but my freedom. What fucking freedoms? You're taking away people's goddamn freedoms.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on
That's
top
true.
of this, the whole top of this is setting a precedent with the Supreme Court. Because one of them has already said, hey, we're going to look at gay marriage. We're going to look at this, or contraception. We're also going to look at, what was the other one?
Gay sex.
Gay sex.
Yeah, sodomy. Well, he also left out a fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
And that one was interracial marriage. The reason why he fucking left that one out, because that one wasn't codified by the.
Well, that would affect him, wouldn't it? Personally,
it would affect him
because he's married to a white woman. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So that's what I thought. Okay. All right. So, yes, Jean, I agree. Don't be a single issue voter. This is a problem,
right?
Because this is how stuff gets messed up. You got to look at the whole deal.
Not just only pay attention to the issues. Yes, be mindful of what they claim their stances are on the issues, but look at their fucking behavior. Especially if it's someone who's been in office before. Look at what they've actually done. Be the type of voter that they are fucking scared shitless about. Be an informed voter, not just educated. Be informed on what they have actually done.
Here's another thing too.
That's a hard thing, though, because there are no perfect candidates, as we've seen. And also we have to get more involved in the beginning, because they start pushing through these candidates because they want them. The parties want them. They think,
Claire,
it's like, what?
This is another reason why I have stipulated, and I have preached this to friends and family. If the candidates aren't what you wanted, pick the lesser of two fucking evils.
Yeah, well, that's what's been going on, but
that's the problem. Yeah.
And that's why because
all right. Perfect example. 2016 election, we had two dirt bullshit fucking candidates. Hillary Clinton on one side, Trump on the other. Since we didn't know much about Trump's political career, we didn't know.
Yeah, but that was also
the signs were there, and there were better third-party candidates. But because they're third party, they didn't get the mention. And that's another thing.
Because we don't speak loud enough. But here's the thing. Also, there's not a lot of us holding them accountable for after they get into office here. Because right now in SCOTUS, we have 3 justices who just got seated within the last couple of years, who literally lied to the appointee committee about Roe versus Wade being a settled law. They literally said the words, it's settled law. And then they went and did this. Not that far later. Now, if they were, they just said what they needed to say to get voted in. Okay. And now everybody's squawking, but people need to be held accountable for stuff like this.
How political of them.
You know what? That past is gone. No longer will I be saying, "Oh, well, of course they're a politician. I expect them to lie." No,
No.
I expect them
no,
to,
I'm
but I
saying
want to punish them for it.
no.
Yeah.
I'm saying the people going for the judicial appointments acted very politically in those
Yes, they did.
hearings,
And yet it's not supposed to be.
and
You
it's
know, it
not
used to
supposed
be
to be a political
a
position.
political position,
No,
and
not.
yet the court right now is a political Supreme Court, and that's offensive to me. I'm sorry. You know, I have a you guys know I love legal. This is what I do. I
Well,
read legal briefs.
here's
I have a
another
great
thing.
respect for law and order, and this is offensive. It's
Here's another
absolutely.
thing. Here's another thing that is irritating me. Back in the days, we used to rule by majority. Majority of what the people want usually, was fine.
But that's not what happens.
You
SCOTUS.
can call you can call it popular vote, whatnot.
Mhm.
It was always majority.
Mm-hmm.
As that poll showed you, minority won.
Yes, and the minority is who actually put everybody on the Supreme Court, because the minority also is the ones who would not let anybody else put anybody else on the court. We had 2 vacant seats. We weren't even allowed to bring up for appointees, for bring them up to the commission to get them in, because we got stonewalled by the other party. That's offensive. We've got the minority who got to seat all of this, the court justices lately, and also we have the minority as far as the minority opinion of the Supreme Court, okay, they're not going by what the people say. 70% of Americans, by the last polls over the last 10 years, said that they were for pro-choice, even though they freely admitted they would not have one themselves and they don't believe in it religiously. They still believed in the woman's right to choose. They weren't going to cross that. That's 70% of Americans. And yet our court, our highest court in our land, decided, the hell with you. The hell with you. We're going to let the states do whatever. Knowing that there was 13 states that were going to ban abortion immediately. They knew that.
Missouri had to be number 1.
They're all doing, they're all. Okay.
Yeah, no, but Missouri was the first one to put ink on paper.
Yeah.
They did that literally.
But before that,
literally
I mean, months ago, I streamed on Texas because of the neighbor law, like turn in your neighbor who has an abortion, and turn in the guy who did the abortion, turn in the grandmother who drove her grandchild to go to the clinic. Turn them all in for money because the state couldn't do it, but now the state can do it. So I wonder how that's gonna go. But why? Oh, that's a good question, John. You don't really want me to answer this, but I could tell you why. Because they're owned by them. That's why. Why are most, if not all, of the members of Congress associated with Wall Street? Because it's not enough. It's not enough to make $220,000 of taxpayers' money a year. More money than most of us make in a year for the rest of their lives.
Wait.
Have to line their pockets with all of that.
Wait, don't you remember what the freshman congresswoman from New York said within 6 months of her being in office? Well, we need to vote for this pay raise, because if we don't, we're just going to find the money other ways.
They don't.
Yes, it was AOC that said that.
Also remember, 90% of our governing body is either lawyers or business people. They started out doing one thing, and 2 that know how to do and trick and pull all this bullshit. They're perfect for politics, because what you need in politics, you need to be a goddamn good liar. Especially here in America.
Yeah, go ahead and highlight that last comment from.
I know, and you know what, Donkey?
Because
you know why? Because they're the ones that wrote the law that stripped the law away that protected against that happening. They actually got rid of it themselves, which should be illegal if it actually has to do with them they shouldn't have a say. They shouldn't get to vote on their own raises. They should not get to vote on the kind of health care that they have. They should not get that vote themselves. The people should have it. They actually work for us, but they think they don't. This is
Because
a career for them.
They've
They
been
no longer
getting-
listen to us. They only appease us to get in, and then they do whatever the fuck they want. To keep
Here's a fun example since you brought up healthcare.
They've been getting away with it ever since probably the late 50s.
Yeah.
I make
Yes.
I make $16 an hour, a little over $16 an hour. I should be able to on that afford a car, make payments on a car, pay for internet, pay for a phone bill, pay for food and grocery, etc. Pay for a place to live too. Doesn't have to be extravagant. That doesn't matter. I should also be able to pay for health insurance, or at least have some type of health insurance. I can't, because I can't afford it.
Oh, but Obama said that when he passed the Affordable Care Act, that no one's premiums would go up and you could keep your coverage and all of this wonderful, happy sunshine and roses. Oh, wait, that was all bullshit.
Jared, it gets worse. Because I make $16 an hour.
You don't even qualify for state assistance.
I do not qualify for state assistance. And here's the kicker in this. They go by gross pay. Gross. Who here has taken home a tax-free fucking salary? Ever.
Right.
How can you justify?
Oh, wait. I did for a short time. Oh, wait, I didn't take anything home because I was the business owner.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that being said,
it was early on.
How can you justify
profit?
How can you justify someone who makes $3,200 a month gross? Half of that paycheck a month is gone to either taxes or child support in my case. Half of my paycheck a month is gone.
Yep, and then that puts you down in poverty level because you can't live. Like,
Very
few people
I had this exact bullshit conversation where I was screaming at the VA employee saying, I don't care what they say. This is fucking bullshit. My take home is less than what my rent's going to be.
Yeah.
Because you guys won't be able to do this. And he's like, well, you know, 40% of people's. It's like, don't give me that bullshit because that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
People adjust for what they seek as a priority. I need 4 walls, a restroom, and I don't need much for a house. I can live fine in a studio, which is what I found. I finally found. I'm waiting on the stuff for it. But I need my internet. I need abilities to get to work. I need to be able to fucking feed myself.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
That's why I said it's not. The system is fucking broken and it needs to be fixed. The people who are sitting here bitching, oh, $15 an hour is fine for minimum. Motherfucker, do you know I am considered on the lower tier because I'm a housekeeper at a hospital. I am the lower rung of the fucking hospital outside of facilities, which they're a little bit lower than us. And there's, I think, a few other places. I think the kitchen staff and a few are lesser paid. I make $16 an hour. They probably make anyway. I think they make the minimum. They make the legit minimum, which is like $13 an hour in Missouri for right now until they actually have to catch up with the federal wage. We cannot live on that, even in Missouri, which is fairly fucking cheap to live. We cannot live off 15 fucking bucks an hour because we get taxed out our fucking asses. Or in some cases, the child support garnishment. That's fucking killing me, because if I didn't have that, I would be able to afford health insurance.
Well, we know that all of that part of the system has to change. I mean, because you're in the middle states, and that actually, if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast, it's even worse as far as trying to put a roof over your head and trying to, almost every family's the two income. People that didn't have to work before have to go back to work. People are working longer. We see our senior citizens working into the 70s, okay, and still not being able to make ends meet. There's problems all over the country like that, and I hear you, Nikki. I mean, it's bad.
Wow.
And I think we all have different situations, but we all are suffering a different one. One of them is the taxation that we pay for the taxes for others that aren't paying. Being in a capitalist country, unfortunately, the 1% aren't paying their share. The 10% aren't paying their share. The 20% aren't paying their share. The rest of us are.
And see, that's another thing that's irritating me, is everyone's like, "Oh, capitalism is bad." No, capitalism is good. It's just the way that we are currently utilizing the system is wrong.
The systems are fine. The people are the problem.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like the whole tax brackets and everything, there's a different area of the taxes that actually needs to be addressed first that would end up having the snowball effect of affecting the individual income taxes. And it would be wonderful if the corporate tax code was actually readdressed to make it simpler, make it less fucking Swiss cheese, because you have a lot of companies that just keep shuffling shit around on paper just so they don't have to have a tax liability. Sorry, that's fucked up.
I mean, honestly, I have made jokes among my friends. Hey, can you adopt me as a pet, and I'll move to your country? All you gotta do is feed me, and I'll do everything else.
Hey, I had a conversation with one of my friends in Scotland today. We were just figuring out how I was going to move, live in a room.
I've been told like 4 or 5 times, "Hey, come to Australia. We'll take care of you."
Yeah, but everything kills you in Australia. Like people, I'm happy for you over there, but like I'm scared.
Australia has a monopoly on the creepy crawlies and the occasional saltwater crocodile.
Yeah.
America has big animals that can kill you, and some of them are herbivores.
This is true. Charlie's got a good point. Just fair taxing of some of the larger companies, where they're still making money. Nobody's going to tell me if they don't pay their fair share that Amazon's still not going to be a billion. I mean, Bezos is still going to be a billionaire, right? It's no big deal. Like, pay your fair share. Okay. He's right. We would easily be able to pay for healthcare. The one thing I would like to see addressed more than anything is to let people just be healthy, to get healthcare straightened out. And I understand in a capitalist country that's hard because we made insurance an industry. What the fuck? I mean, come on, we're paying for something that may never happen. Come on. We made insurance an industry, so now we have to deal with people, and that's what the roadblock is to getting a fair healthcare system in our country.
Well, so I understand that healthcare providers do need to be fairly compensated, especially because of the bullshit that they have to go through from an education standpoint just to get into the profession.
Well, I can tell you that most insurance companies don't even want to pay what it costs
they don't.
to enter the business. Because I used to have to negotiate those contracts, and you'd have to fight them tooth and nail just to cover your expenses. So it's not like it was. Yeah, for sure.
I'm fighting a marketplace insurance company now because I do billing for a home health care company. And right now, this company is wanting to pay our company $28 for a home health care nurse visit. $28.
So 30 minutes, maybe 15?
An hour.
Yeah, no. No. Between
That doesn't even pay for their gas
oh,
from one visit to another.
No, we don't.
Well, not even that. I'm just looking at that amount per hour just in time on site for the visit. That doesn't even pay for the skilled labor of the person that's
No.
there,
It doesn't.
let
And then
alone
you've
the
got all
admin
of-
and everything else.
Exactly. You know, it's ridiculous. And I've been fighting with them for over a year.
Wow.
A year.
Here's another thing too. That I'm coming to a realization a lot faster than I probably would, and I'm only 36. I am fastly getting to the point where, with mental health issues, I cannot mentally work unless it's my own fucking shit. Me doing my own business or something. And guess what? Guess what? The startup cost for business is fucking insane. So I even went and tried to apply for the VA disability. Jared. VA disability is nice if you're able to get it, right?
I'm still fighting with them about the rating for my back and leg.
You know what? I've given up. You know how long it took me? 6 months. 6 fucking months.
I'm coming
done.
up on. Oh, when did I reinitiate? I'm coming up on year 3.5.
Oh, and Ox, by all means, I'm still going to work because I have expensive taste and I like money. So I'm still going to work, but it's getting to the point where I'm at fuck it.
No, I get it. We've got people in the chat saying the same thing. They've been fighting for disability. They're fighting for fair wages. They're just like,
Well, so here's
ridiculous.
I recommend 2 measures. And let's start with these 2 things and see where everything else ends up, just to see how things work out. First thing, all insurance companies, doesn't matter what type of insurance company you are, if you are offering the service of insurance, you are no longer allowed to operate at a profit. At the end of each quarter, any unused funds that are in your coffers that are not covering overhead need to either go to the service providers you are providing insurance for, or back to your client, your customers who are paying premiums to your service. You're either paying out for the services you're supposed to be, or you're giving that money back to the people paying you because you're not doing your fucking job. No more sitting on the money. That's part 1. Part 2 is the corporate tax law. Fix that to where there is no wiggle room for a company to skirt out of taxes for non-legitimate reasons. Stop the fucking financial dances. So you change those 2 things, then let's see where we're at from both the tax income standpoint and paying for services. Things might change dramatically just by instituting those 2 changes. And then we can start tackling the next problem.
That's my problem. My problem is I'm tired of fighting. I've been fighting many different things for many different lengths of time, and I am just so goddamn tired of fighting for it.
Just like anything here, that's what they count on, that you give up and not fight it.
I can't.
That's how a lot of it works.
That's like the insurance company that's paying us too low. They're wanting us to give up, but no, that's why I've been firing off letters to the governor and the state insurance commissioner, and I've got it raining down on them now.
Here in our state, when we file our income taxes, if you don't have health insurance in the state of New Jersey, they now institute a penalty against your state taxes for that
That's the way it is here too.
Yeah, in many of the states, that's what had gone through because you can't afford to carry the contract. So many people just opt to pay the penalty at the end of the
Yeah,
year.
before
You
I
know.
got group health insurance like I have now, when I worked for like an independent doctor that didn't offer it, it was cheaper for me to pay the penalty than pay a $700 monthly premium.
That's how it is with my ex, who like refuses to go to doctors or anything anyway. Never
Yeah,
will go. No, it doesn't matter. He'd have to break something or like, be bleeding to death, or be unconscious. Somebody would have to drag him there unconscious, to go. And so he would rather pay to pay, he just, and for him, it's like 1 month of insurance premium is what he has to
that's
pay
what
a
it.
year.
That's
And that's
about
it.
what it
It's
was
like,
for
why
me.
not? Like, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what they
That's
try to do is
exactly
get everybody to stop using the charity system because, like here in
Mhm.
New Jersey, you get healthcare, emergency healthcare is covered no matter what, whether somebody's going to pay it or not. Like there are federal laws that say for emergencies, you're going to get treated, whether you
right.
can pay for it or not. And then they come after you after the fact, and they don't get their money. And this supposed penalty is supposed to go into that system to help pay for all of that for people.
Yeah,
But
and I just used like urgent care most of the time. It was cheaper, and I still got great health care while I didn't have insurance. So,
Well, that and another thing is if you're not going through the insurance companies, a lot of places they have their cash prices, and oftentimes there's a bit of negotiation and wiggle room to them.
there can be, definitely.
yeah, well, definitely. Well, no, that one was like our Orwell section practically like took up an hour and a half of the show. That
I
was pretty
know.
good. I know. Like, I don't know if I would even want to talk about Elon because he's not going to fix it over here for us because he don't care. He's
No,
more than 1%.
he's
And
not.
Julian, and I wish that they would just leave. I don't know. It's not going to be a popular opinion, but um, the whole thing with Julian Assange is a little bit messy too.
It
You know,
is messy.
it is because, like, I don't know if they're getting all the right people involved
May-
in it.
Maybe
Yeah,
that one with Assange needs to be a show unto itself to really
right.
appropriately cover it.
Yeah,
Probably,
I think
probably.
so.
So yeah, I'm thinking you might be right, guys. You might be right. And Mute says Elon's not worth the time.
he really isn't. He really isn't.
He,
I mean,
no.
don't get me wrong. Tesla
Mhm.
cars are pretty cool, even though there needs to be some stuff done with that. and the way-
Overpriced crap.
Yeah,
Overpriced crap is right. Because
SpaceX is cool. Cool. The
He's got-
person behind all this shit
he's not
isn't
cool.
great.
Yeah, he's not cool. He's like not even cool for a
He-
nerd. Like he's
he's
not
an-
cool.
He's an
Mhm.
overgrown child. I mean, when you look at the model designations of the vehicles from Tesla, he was trying to spell out sexy.
But sexy,
Mhm.
but spell it in a way that was kind of hip and cool. Which I
Well,
will
no.
give him credit. That was
No.
funny.
Well, okay, here's
hang
a
on.
fun
No,
question.
here's
then.
the
But
story with that.
when you're that rich, do you have to be sexy to be
No.
successful? I
No,
don't
the
think
money
so.
is.
No,
Look at
No,
Donald
The
Trump.
money. Because look,
but-
like he's
Donald
got.
Trump.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Model 3. The reason why it's called the Model 3 isn't because he was trying to be hip and trendy with the internet lingo. No, it's because another car company already trademarked the Model E.
right.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be Jaguar?
American company.
Oh, it was an American company?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No.
Wonder which one that one was.
I forget, but it was a domestic car maker that had already trademarked the Model E name, so he couldn't use that. So, well, in internet speak, instead of E, just use a 3. Hey, there's our sexy.
Oh wait, I have something for you. A parting gift when we get ready to wrap up.
Well, I always wrap it up.
I know, because they don't want to talk about Elon, and I don't blame them, for
Well,
But I mean, if you want to talk Tesla, like just Tesla, not the car, like I could go on. I'm fascinated by Nikola Tesla. Okay,
Yeah,
fascinated. He's like I'm just like a nerd over it. The science, the whole thing about electricity, all his wackadoodle theories,
Right.
the Frankenstein shit, like all of it.
It is
like,
fascinating.
Yeah, it is. Like me and Tesla, but that's another show
Yeah.
too, I think.
I could stay down that rabbit hole forever.
Yeah.
Well, it was just onto the whole thing. My only main other point with the whole Elon thing was, remember who you're looking at when you're watching his behavior, one. But then two, while people were like, oh, he says he's against censorship, but he blocks people. He outright said that he did not want of his criticizers kicked off the platform. Just because you block someone does not mean you endorse censorship. It's you making the choice. I don't want to interact with you. It's not that I want you off the platform. I just don't want to individually interact with you.
Which is okay. That's a cool.
That's
like
perfectly
everybody
fine.
should have that option. You should not be forced to integrate with people you don't want to. Like, believe me.
Exactly.
But to actually say that they can't be part of the whole system, that's not cool either. So they can be, on, the platform and everything. Mute. I don't know about Tesla and the pigeon. You're gonna have to send me a message.
No. I can explain that one to you.
Wait, is it gonna break my heart? Because don't break my heart before
it'll make you laugh. It should make you laugh, because Tesla really was that mad genius where he was brilliant, but later in life that brilliance turned to insanity, where he had a romantic affair with a pet pigeon that he married just before his death.
Wait, no, God, are you telling me Tesla married a pigeon?
He married
like a pigeon,
player.
Like a rat of the air. You're telling me a pigeon, a rat of the air. Like what are they?
He married his favorite pigeon, and I think it was only like a couple weeks before he passed away.
Holy crap!
So he wasn't in his right mind anyway.
Yeah, I was okay.
He was well off the deep end by this point.
Oh yeah, he was.
Okay. Oh, damn. This I did not know. I did not know that he married a squab.
But so many people use that mental state at the end of his life to try to discredit his early work.
Well, how did they do that? Because his early work stands on its own.
It's the genetic fallacy. They were using fallacious arguments to, look at what he was doing here. That means he must have been just as batshit crazy then.
Yeah, he must have been insane his whole life.
And yet when you look at it, if his ideas were so batshit crazy at the beginning, why did Tesla come up with the ideas that Edison then wanted to steal?
Everybody stole them. Everything that Tesla came up with, everybody uses. Like, come on. I mean, they go all the way through. Oh, don't even get me started. Like, the man's a genius. You can look at every single one of those, what they call crazy ideas, and they are using them in some way, some form. He might have been the start of it, but don't call the man crazy just because he came up with it first. And then,
and you can see in his work where his mental acuity did start to veer off course because the things stopped working.
You know what? And Aaron, yes, there are problems with his work, but you got to remember he was ridiculed and made fun of, and he wasn't funded. He didn't have the same opportunities as others did to progress that work. But he is the start of that work, and no one can take that away from him. The ideas originated with him. Other people made them better. Yes, that's true. But it all started with him, and nobody can take that genius away from him. The man was brilliant.
Also, remember, Edison is the one who held him back, too.
This is true. Yeah. This is, because Edison didn't come up with that idea. I'm sorry. He stole it.
Didn't.
He got the people that he got the money behind it. He got to improve on it. He got to take it farther. But it wasn't his idea. And you know what? Genius comes from where it starts. That's why I'm going to stick up for Tesla every goddamn day of the week. I can't. I just love the man. Dead as he is. Guess weird.
I'll mute. I'll
yeah.
mute. By all means, Faraday was an
Mm.
awesome person too.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Faraday. Okay, we're not going to forget Faraday, and I'll forgive you about the pigeon thing, Mute. Although I am a little, I am a little distraught over the fact that he married a pigeon in his last days of life, and I didn't know this, and I could have went the rest of my life without finding that out. But it was funny. Jared's right. It is freaking funny. You know, he was a perv. Wasn't Tesla the first one to design an electric vibrator? That only makes him a better man in my book, Ox. Like, don't even go there.
Exactly.
Don't even go there.
We like him even better
why
now.
why would that be a bad thing? And there's nothing perverted about vibrators.
No.
Okay? You know, there's nothing. Yeah, that's what this show. Like, yeah, I forget. You're a little new. You didn't even know my avatar was naked. We'll break you in slow, Ox. Don't worry. Next show, we'll tell you all about it. Oh gosh, you know they forget. You forget. So it's like. But anyway, I got something to show you guys, and then I think we're gonna like wrap it up a little bit here, unless there's something else you guys want to go in on, or the chat wants to. Good night, Mrs. Cassandra. Yes, Jared. They told me he married a pigeon and broke my heart, but I'm just gonna have to deal with that later. Charlie, if I were you, I'd marry a cougar too, because you're a fine young man. If you could find a cougar with some money, marry that cougar.
Exactly.
Yes, Charlie. I'll be calling you as soon as I win the lottery, Charlie. I'll be calling you. Although I don't think I qualified for cougar. How many years? It's got to be 8, 9 years difference, right? What is it, cougar?
I think the minimum is 7.
It's 7? Okay, it's 7 years.
Is 7. What about for a sugar daddy?
Or a sugar mommy?
Sugar daddy or sugar mommy, that's anyone who makes way more money than you do.
You know what I want? If I win the lottery,
age difference.
If I win the lottery, I'm going to be a sugar bear. I'm going to be the best fucking sugar bear too. Like I'm going to be a sugar bear.
I'm just going to sit back and be a sugar baby.
Didn't we just have this conversation?
We had this conversation.
I feel like this has been a routine topic at least a couple
of times. A couple of times, because it was on AIT that this woman got upset that her friend called her a sugar baby because she was having sex with a man she doesn't even like for money and cause and prestige, and she don't like it. She don't like sex. She don't like him. She don't like anything about it, and then got upset that somebody called her a sugar baby.
But at least I like mine. I mean, I'll keep him around.
Jen, is Washington the cougar capital? Or you mean like real cougars? I think that's what he meant. I don't think he's going to marry a real cougar. Jen?
Tesla did marry a pigeon.
Jen, don't hurt our Charlie, please.
Right.
Yeah, that could be rough. No.
Some people like it rough.
A little. Well, hey, to each his own. That's what I say.
That could be another show
all
too.
The time. That is always another show. There is always another show. All right. All right, everybody. I've got something for you. You're gonna be a little. This is serious, okay? And it's true. And I'm sorry I have to do this to you, but I couldn't handle this on my own anymore.
Oh, no. I'm scared, Claire.
You should not be scared. Is it what?
Is it super ethereal?
It's,
It's not another penis worm, is it?
Nope, but this is the article.
With the fence.
This is the article.
Attracted to the
woman.
fence.
I am sexually attracted to a fence and love it as a companion. And yes, I'm going to play you the TikTok because she's serious, people. And that's
gosh.
Yes, she's
it's
serious.
On TikTok.
Okay.
I doubt it's serious, but fuck it, go for it.
Yeah.
So right now, all I have to say is, please tell me she's sanded so she doesn't get splinters.
I can't tell you that, Jared. Here we go.
I did not expect to find a fence like this here at all. He's perfect. I mean, this is the shape that I like so much. These angles, fabulous.
Looks painful.
Fences are such dangerous objects for me.
Gee,
Because they are
I
so-
wonder why.
She straddled that shit, Jared.
I mean, I have to say there is a lot of physical stuff going on right now. I mean,
You should not have told us that.
and I think that happens
Oh.
between human relationships as well. That I'm definitely physically attracted to this fence,
Wait.
and I would like to get to know this
Oh.
fence better.
Hang on. I think I figured it out.
Oh, sweet.
I think I
Very,
think I
very
figured it
sweet.
out. She's actually very dyslexic. When someone mentioned face sitting, she thought they meant fence sitting.
No, she straddled that bad boy. Did you see
She
that, Jared?
did.
You were worried about. I didn't want to tell you she was
I'm
like
worried
going to
about
be
splinters.
splinter free.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, she straddled it. She just said, "I am
Yeah.
definitely physical," and there's physical things going on which we didn't need to know about.
I did not need to know that. I did not need to know that.
Now you know why I had to share it, because I just could not take that one home with me alone. Mm-mm.
Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah. So fence sitters are real, yes. And it's funny because I used to call myself a fence sitter, but not like that. Not
I've
like
heard you
that.
say that many times.
Different kind of
I have said that many times. I've said
Many
yes. I got
times.
the, and I have said actually I've got the picket straight up my ass and I
Yes.
ain't moving.
Yes.
But I didn't mean it
Yeah.
literally. Like, no, I did not mean it. I did not know it was a thing. Like, I did not know you could be sexually attracted to a
Because
fence.
actually, if that lady had red hair, I was going to ask if that was you, being the fence sitter that you.
Oh, Kim, no. Listen, I might be unattached. I may be a little lonely here in Jersey, but am I sitting on fences? Hell no. No.
Not literally,
No.
just figuratively.
Figuratively, I will until I know what I want to do. I
Okay.
will sit on that fence,
Okay.
until I can decide, and I won't weigh in on other people's arguments, and shit like that.
Okay.
You
Then
know that.
I'll consider not spamming you with penis worms then.
No, I would rather chase the penis worm than sit on a fence. I will chase the penis worm through the woods rather than sit on that
can
fence.
find
Yes, I
some
would.
great
Mhm.
pictures
If I had to
for
do the
you.
two, yeah. If I had
Yeah.
to choose between the two, it would be that little dick-headed little worm. Yeah.
Just when you catch it, make sure to drown it in the tequila. That'll make things easier.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're talking about chasing the worm, so tequila's got to be involved.
You know what? I haven't had tequila in quite a few years. That used to be my drink if I was going to just do a shot. If I was going hard liquor, tequila was the thing. I wasn't a margarita girl or any of that froofy stuff. Just like I'm not a froofy drinker now. I'm like cognac or something straight, or But yeah. But I've only had one worm from a tequila, and it wasn't a pleasant experience, Jared. It was not. I got really violently ill. And that's probably when I gave up tequila. It wasn't good. But do people do that and not get sick? Like, I don't know.
The freaks do exist in nature, yes.
Okay, so I'm not alone, right? If you eat the worm, you get sick. Like, it's just sick. Like, Charlie, there's a whole nother story. Please don't tell our secrets. This is true, Charlie. But, Charlie, we'll talk later. Stop that. God, I love this chat, the way they play. Oh, my God. But on that, so what I wanted to ask you guys, since she's attracted to a fence, right? I am not ever attracted to inanimate objects this way. I thought I was a pretty openly sexual person, as you all know. But, am I wrong? That's weird, right? I don't want to kink shame her or anything.
It's very strange.
Okay. Have you ever been attracted to an inanimate object?
No.
No. I do think cars are sexy. I have said
Yes.
things like Oh god damn, that car's so sexy.
Yes.
Like it is. Like, and I'll use the word sexy about like a freaking Norton motorcycle. Oh my god, just like fucking sexy.
But would you want to take the suction cup and put something to that vehicle and then go to town?
No, Jared, I would not. It doesn't. Listen, my brain's got to be engaged, and I could assure you, the brain and the hoo-ha would not be attached in that way at all, in that thing. But do I think like certain lines are sexy on a car or a motorcycle or things like that? I might use the terminology, but I don't necessarily feel what the terminology says at all.
Well, and you know, being a former chef, we talk about sexy food all the time. And yes,
well, I do. Well, I actually will get. Well, that might get me engaged, depending on who makes the food and where we are.
And not just that, food can be an aphrodisiac.
It can.
It is for me. It's incredibly sexy to share a meal with somebody. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It can be. Yeah.
It can be.
But
when I have a relationship with food, other than
by itself, no. I'm not dumping my boyfriend for the spaghetti bolognese. Never. No, I am not. It's not.
Italian stuff.
No matter how much I like tacos on Tuesday, keeping the man. No, keeping the man. The hell with the tacos if I have to choose.
You had to go with the Italian food.
Well, I like all ethnic foods, you know, but I'm keeping the man on. If given the choice, I will keep the man, definitely. But, yeah. Well, Mute says it's called obesophilia. I think a lot of Republicans have it for their guns. That means obsession. I know what that means. That's obsession with an inanimate object. Thank you, Mute. You language phobe. You and me, we're gonna be friends, Mute.
Right?
yeah, I'm gonna be attached to you. Yes, tacos, all kinds of tacos. Yes. No, definitely. And there was something that Aaron said. Of course, there's always something that Aaron said. Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm not putting up about the shift stiff, Aaron. Yes.
Juju, I love that.
Who? Wait.
Juju.
Wait, wouldn't the object always stand you up? You always have to go to it. I have to imagine that would be filled with. You know what? You're right. Including that door, that little bedpost we were talking about. Like, you might get some resentment. Yes, this is true. I hear you. And the stick shift you were talking about too, Aaron.
Yeah.
There is a car. You know what, Aaron? Somebody sent that to me, and I was just afraid to put it up. There's a car fucker on YouTube. There is. He's not kidding. And he means it literally. Like, literally.
Yes, and he's not the only
like
one.
The question
I remember seeing something a while ago about there being people who were rather enthusiastic about their appreciation for the mechanical.
The question you asked me, they would have answered it in the affirmative. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Once you go taco, you never go backo. Very funny, John. That's cute. That's good. And yes, Jared, tacos for the win.
I do love a good taco.
Oh,
I love taco.
Also, hey, Claire.
Yes.
Jared, Kim. Remember, there was at one point in time a female dog fucker on YouTube too.
Oh God! Are you kidding?
Why
there was a female woman who she didn't do it on YouTube, but she raved about it on YouTube, and there was
she used to be an amateur porn star on Pornhub.
Oh my God! But wait, bestiality on YouTube, and they left it up?
No. The bestiality took place on Pornhub. They took it down. She kept doing it, but went from Pornhub to running a YouTube channel, and she talked about it there.
She just talked about it, but she didn't do it. Okay.
Yeah, her first name was Whitney.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why I remember this shit, I have no idea.
Jared, same thing with me. It's like you guys are talking about car fuck. Oh wait, there was a woman who fucked dogs too on YouTube. So,
there you go. What a way to end the show. What can I tell you?
Right?
We're gonna
You
end
know,
the
you
show.
have
Dog
a
fuckers.
title of a show called Madness and Mayhem.
Yes, it said almost midnight madness and mayhem because I started early now. But it is mayhem. And for the new people in the show, the reason it is we call it mayhem because we will go on topics all the way, balls to the wall, every time. And most of the time we're naked. Although today I was the only naked person. But I actually I started this stream with someone who's known me for a very long time, Mrs. Cassandra, because somebody out on YouTube called me a prude. And so I decided to stream naked. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the person admitted to not knowing you without saying, I don't really know her.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. They don't know me for shit. They said, first of all, they really insulted me. They said that I wasn't funny and I was a prude. And I got really fucking pissed at the funny part first. And then I got pissed about the prude part. And that's why we started to do mayhem.
Yeah, I remember
and everybody
all that went down.
No, it was so fucking funny. Yeah, they don't know me. I'm like, oh, you obviously don't know me. But
I was like, I'll show them.
Like, fuck that. Plus, there was a whole group of us that used to hang around in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 o'clock, on another streamer who stopped streaming, and we would all just talk, and it would be banter back and forth. And it was a way for all different communities to get together. Like, nobody cared who went to what streams and whatever happened, and everybody was from all different areas. And I wanted to bring a little bit of that back. And as you can see in my chat, that's kind of what we have. Everybody's from everywhere.
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't kink shame. You can curse, you can yell, you could be naked, you could be not, you know, as long as you're respectful to each other. We don't care. We're going to talk about current topics and not so current topics and all of that stuff. We're just going to have all the conversations, and we use the real words, and that's it. It's adult topics as advertised, period. And I like to be naked when I stream. It's hot here and I'm in a room by myself and nobody cares, and I'm practice nudity at free will because I can. So I did, period. And that's how I got this show. That's the story of it. So there you go, Ox and Mute and some of the other new people that are here. That's why, John Eagle. That's why the avatars got a nipple showing.
Yeah.
Yes. And YouTube leaves it up. And by the way, even after I got monetized, you're not going to believe this, Jared, every single one of my mayhems is green. Every single one. What the fuck is that?
It's a gender bias.
I've got naked. If you go to the playlist, you will see that all the avatars have their boobs showing and all kinds of stuff. I've had every part of me like hanging out there as an avatar though. And my other friend just puts it on her thumbnail, her naked avatar, and gets her whole stream taken down.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. Like that's crazy. I guess it's I don't know. But yeah. So far, YouTube. Hopefully, they don't find me. But I just think they don't know who I am yet. They haven't found me. They don't know me. They don't know me.
A donkey. Don't even get me started.
What? 82? She's got a better record than you. That's not.
So I have a habit of ticking people off apparently because I just have to mention certain entities and whatever stream I'm hosting immediately goes to yellow.
Really? Well, don't mention them. Like, although I don't mind, I'm probably going to have to DCMA some of the stuff I played anyway today, so I don't really care. But I say what you want. I mean, people to get. You mean people flag you and shit? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Well, I'm apparently on the naughty list for CBS Paramount because anytime I mention them, even when I've been trying to give them credit for something they somehow stumbled upon doing right, I still get put to yellow monetization as if I'm giving them the worst fucking criticism ever.
And yet,
you know what? I get that with NBC. NBC took my whole video for playing a 2-minute clip of sweaty balls. Like they
Yeah.
didn't just DCMA it; they took it
They
down
took everything.
everywhere in every country and told me I couldn't stream anywhere until I cut it out. They were pissed.
Yeah.
And the worst
I
part
told
is-
you. I told
Yeah.
you never trust a peacock.
No, I don't. I
the
don't.
worst
I'm
part
going
is-
for the Eagles all the time. You told me that. You said stick with the Eagle and
Yeah.
fuck that. Get rid of that damn peacock. Yeah, you told me. Yeah,
Remember, the worst part is though, you've been to our VTW streams occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
That stream, Jared,
They're so
is
PC.
it
like,
always green?
Listen, the worst thing I ever saw was when they were playing Quiplash and they were like, and I was in it. And I showed up and I was like in the answers. I was like, God damn it, Jared. Like,
You haven't seen how far we've actually taken it. We are, if there is a
Oh.
hell, we are all
No,
going to it.
No, we play that in our Discord now. Quiz Wednesday nights. We have game night now, and I started playing Quiplash, so I see how easy it is now, Jared. So I'm gonna have to, next time we play, I'm gonna make you the topic of a couple of them, just to get back, But it was funny. It was something about like what happens on a planet or whatever. It was something I don't even want to repeat it, but it was funny. Yeah. But how did you know I was going to be there? Like, you didn't even know if I was going to be there.
Pure chance.
Yeah, pure fucking chance. We do the same thing with a few other people that come on and rotate through this host too. With Quiplash, we just if something latches on at the beginning of the stream, we go with it.
Yeah, we tend to get running gags throughout them just based off of something that happens either during the stream, or we have the typical in the group typical in jokes that routinely make their presence
like the super train.
known. Super train. Oh, we haven't done that one in a while, but then again, we have been handling him appropriately considering what's going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they're good streams too. But it's all funny. We made it to 2 hours, guys. Can you believe it? We actually carried this shit. I can't believe we did it. And Jared, you didn't have to spank me once. Look at that. And I'm very disappointed, actually.
Claire.
Well, I can't help. I can't be good the whole show. Come on, like I've been behaving.
Actually,
2 hours.
Jared,
It's
that
a long
brings up a
time.
good point. Has any country banned you yet? I'm surprised Germany hasn't.
Oh no,
No. I'm banned in Belgium.
Wait.
I am banned. One of my videos is banned in Belgium and Sweden. Mayhem one.
I've been
about the
banned.
Norwegian rock band.
I have had a video banned in the UK.
Mm-hmm. For what? Wait, the UK? They don't ban anything. What'd you do? Oh, Jared, story time. Wait, I'm not ending the stream. Tell.
I got into a legal battle with British Paith. He was that channel was trying to claim a video of FDR, and it took a couple of months, but I ended up winning because I just continually pointed out, I was like, you know what? I will concede copyright on that video clip. However, you need to prove to me that you were the person that recorded that on that day in the House of Congress. They
couldn't do it because it would be public in England.
Right.
Like they put it out just like they do here, like with the congressional things I'm doing, and we checked it out. As long as they can't do anything, it's public. Yeah. It's public. Right. Just like the link for the Depp trial when Law and Crime tried to bounce on everybody about that. They couldn't get away with that either. But they try, right? Like, how long did that go on? How long did that go on?
It took almost 3 months for them to finally concede that they don't have copyright to that clip. And I found the legal statute in the US where it actually lays out when it comes to speeches and presentations given by an elected official in the capacity of their elected office as a member of the government of the United States of America, what what can be copyrighted by whom. And the only time an individual can claim copyright on anything related to a speech by a congressman, a senator, the president, vice president, anyone, the only time it can is if you yourself were the person videotaping it.
So if you were
no
the video
audio record,
okay.
that is the only person who can actually claim copyright to it. The actual videographer that recorded the video. Audio transcripts, those are always in public domain because those are considered works of the government and immediately go to the Library of Congress.
I'm telling you, oh my gosh. You know what? Even when I only had a few hundred subscribers, I fought every single claim that they put on me for using content, and I won all of them, including the remember I did that geoduck thing, that freaking
Oh my gosh.
that damn the gooey duck, right? And I played part of the video, and we didn't even have sound on that video, and they tried to get me for that, and I fought that. Like the only one I never got back was Sweaty Balls, NBC, because they weren't playing. They just really put the screws to me. But the other one was David Attenborough and the damn blue-footed booby in that sexual dance that thing does, whatever. And it was only 46 seconds, and he was like, "Nope, you're going to pay me for that 46." I said, "I'm keeping the video up. I'll give you the money for those 46 seconds. I don't care." And we were laughing over the whole thing and commenting on it, but he don't care. Attenborough don't care.
No,
BBC Attenborough
he
didn't
doesn't
care.
share.
Yeah, he didn't share. Yeah. He would, but that's okay. He's got a sexy voice. I let him get away with it. He can have the money. Yeah, he does. And that thing was funny as hell, and I was keeping it up because I even have some rather risque things that happened accidentally on stream.
Yeah.
While I was Googling, and they never did anything about that either.
Right.
Like they don't care. Yeah. Well, I don't know. But NBC, I feel for you, Jared. you got CBS, I got NBC. Hey, does anybody want ABC and Disney? They're up for grabs.
I would never take on Disney.
No.
Enough people are picking on Disney anyways, but it's their own damn fault.
It is. It definitely is.
I've had too many baker friends that have had businesses almost shut down because they do a cookie that looks like a Mickey Mouse head.
I make those pancakes all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
We make Mickey Mouse pancakes with chocolate chips all the time.
I had another friend that almost of the Ice Castle.
Oh, you just roboted out real bad there, Kim. Hold on.
Okay, it wasn't just
but you know what? No, it wasn't just you. That just, you know what? That's just them telling us, you know what, Mayhem, we should do our last. We should go around and say, you got anything last thing you want to say to the chat or anybody? Because we're just about out of here. It's been a good 2 hours and a good Mayhem. I thank you all. Jared, what you got going on?
Oh, nothing for the next few weeks except more testing, recording, and other work on another channel that is looking for a potential July 4th revival.
Oh.
Which is kind of fitting considering the new lid that I got.
Okay. Well, I've been looking forward to that. Cool. And then you're going to still have your shows on Saturday?
Once a month now because of life and other things and taking care of myself.
Well, they were pretty good today, but you got to do what you got to do. So we'll look for that in a couple of weeks then. But July 4th is coming around the corner. I'm curious about that. Well, keep me in the loop. I want to know what that is. How about you, Nikki?
I'm just around. I appear on and off channels. So I really don't. You catch me either on Jared's channel, a very rare occasion when I'm on yours, Chesh's, and a few other people's around in and out of the communities. So
yep, we'll see you in the chats then. And I see you here and there. How about Kim? I know where you're going to be.
You know where I am.
Yeah, I know where you would. Kim may or may not be tomorrow. We're going to be doing a roundtable on SCOTUS. That's all I put up. It's basically going to be giving the information about the statistics and the actual reading of the opinion because we're going to deal with the facts instead of the emotions tomorrow. We're going to try. And then we also have Jared maybe joining, the other Jared, Jared R. Human may be joining us, and we're going to be talking about some personal stories about how these laws, how this opinion is going to affect people on a real one-on-one basis, because they need to see the human side of it too. So we're going to go over all the facts and statistics, and then we're going to go over the human side of it too. That'll be tomorrow, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll fit in with everybody except for Australia. I'm sorry, Australia. I know it's the middle of the morning for you all, but I'll catch it on replay. But on that, if we don't have anything else, I'm gonna hit the outro and see you all when I see you all again. When we're gonna do another Mayhem in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. I don't do them every week anymore, everybody. Just so that you know, we like to keep them fresh. And we're doing a lot of other things on the channel too, and it's just not. I just can't be out here every day anymore. I'm just getting worn, a worn bear. But on that, thank you so much, chat. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you for everybody who hung out as late as they did. I hope you had a good time. Thanks, Jared. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Quiz, for participating. Thank you, everybody in chat. And we'll see you next time. Okay? Good night, all.
Right.